Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something that pretty much all of us have to deal with at some point, the job search. But we're not just going to rehash the same old advice. No, we are talking about a total strategic rethink for how you can actually land a work you want right now in the 21st century. Okay, let's just start with this quote right here. Seriously, let that sink in for a second. Think about it. We plan our vacations down to the tiniest detail, right? The flights, the hotels, what we're going to do each day. But when it comes to our careers, do we really give it that same level of thought? For a lot of us, if we're being honest, the answer is probably no. And you know what? That's exactly the mindset we're here to flip on its head today. So, where do we even begin? Well, we start by becoming detectives. The clues to what employers really want are hidden in plain sight, right there in the job descriptions. Because to get ahead, you've got to stop just reading job titles and start decoding what they're actually asking for. All right, let's jump right in with a real-world example. Here's a posting for a project manager at Rovi, a huge telecom company. Now, when you hear project manager, it sounds pretty technical, doesn't it? You're probably thinking about, Gantt charts, deadlines, specific software, all that stuff. But is that what they're truly looking for? So yeah, of course, technical project management knowledge is on the list. But just look at everything else surrounding it. Communication, being a team player, public relations, negotiation skills. These aren't technical skills. These are people skills. And that right there is the real story. Okay, so was that just a fluke, a one-off? Let's check out another example, this time from a different major telecom company. They list out their core competencies. Let's see if we can spot a pattern here. And there it is again. Look at this list. Leadership, negotiation, problem solving, communication, persuading. We're seeing the exact same themes pop up. It's so clear. They don't just want a robot who can do the technical tasks. They want someone who can lead, influence, and actually work with other human beings. So we've looked at two different big companies, two slightly different ways of phrasing things. Let's pull back for a second and connect the dots. What is the golden thread that's running through both of these? This table just lays it all out, doesn't it? When you put the requirements side by side like this, the pattern is, it's impossible to miss. It doesn't matter what company it is or even the specific job title. They are all screaming for the same core soft skills: communication, negotiation, problem solving, and teamwork. These are the skills that really open doors in today's workplace. And this is the absolute key takeaway. Your degree, your technical knowledge, sure, that gets you in the door. It gets your resume a first look. But your ability to communicate, to collaborate, to solve problems with a team, that's what gets you the job. And more importantly, it's what helps you actually succeed once you're in it. It's all about how you work. Okay, so we've cracked the code on what skills to focus on. So now let's talk about how to show them off and find the right opportunities. This brings us to the digital toolkit that is absolutely essential for any modern job search. I want you to think of this as a 1-2 punch. On one side, you have platforms like LinkedIn. This is not just a place to park your resume online. It's your professional stage. It's where you build your network before you need it. On the other side, you've got the job portals. These are your tactical tools, your search engines for actively hunting down and applying to specific openings. You need both of these working together: the long-term relationship building and the short-term targeted search. And hey, a super quick but really important point. Don't forget, your digital presence is way more than just LinkedIn. Recruiters and hiring managers, they absolutely will look you up on places like Twitter and Facebook. So just ask yourself, is your entire digital footprint telling the professional story you want it to tell? All right, let's start to bring this all home. We know what skills are in demand, and we know the tools we need to use. So how do we put it all together to actually win this career race? I want you to think about the job hunt just like this sprinter here. It's not a passive thing where you just kind of sit back and wait for things to happen. It is an active, competitive race. And in any race, who wins? The person with the best preparation, the best strategy. By understanding what employers are really looking for and mastering your digital presence, you're giving yourself a massive head start. And that brings us right back to where we started. So I'll leave you with this question to really think about. Is your career plan more thought out than your last vacation plan? If the answer is no, hey, that's okay. But now is the perfect time to start planning. Thanks so much for joining me.